Let me get the mic ready.
Mike is ready. Mike's always ready. Mike was born ready. My hair look, guys? Yeah.
Beautiful. You got a little Superman curl going there, but
that's always good.
You are a Superman. Harlan J Berk in downtown Chicago, home of the coolest coins and some super coin dealers. If you dig this type of video, be sure to like and subscribe. Here we go. Mike, good to see you, man.
Hey, how you doing, T?
I'm doing great. Every time I come in here, it's something different, something interesting. What do you have there?
And today is no exception.
Yeah.
So I have something exceptional to show you.
Yeah.
This is something that you really won't see all that often. This, here, I'll let you take it for a close-up.
Oh, boy.
This is a 1907 high relief St. Gaudens.
Woo.
So this one is in between the ultra high relief that was all the money and the regular one. So this was kind of an attempt to get the relief high, but they still couldn't do it this way. If you look, the devices on this actually are higher than the rim, and so the coin won't stack. And that to bankers meant something. So this one in particular is kind of interesting because it looks like it has a flat rim. And the markers on it say that it may be a wire rim. Now, how do you get one for the other? Well, sometimes, and this is completely oblivious to me, or stupid to me, actually, if you ask, they would take a file, and they would literally file down the edge to make it so it wouldn't grab on the holders and stuff like that. Damage the coin.
Yeah.
But, it's their coin. They can do what they want with it.
That wing is really popping off.
It is. So, the cool thing about these is that the ultra high relief, they made 20 of them.
Okay.
And there are 18 of them known.
And I saw one at the Smithsonian.
Yes, that's one of the 18 that are known.
Yeah.
These, the high relief, they made 11,250 of them.
Okay.
So it's also still a really, really low mintage coin.
Oh, it sure is.
And the regular 1907 Double Eagle, they made 361,000. So this kind of bridges the gap between a pattern coin, which is what the ultra high relief coin was, and the actual production coin. This was something they were experimenting with to see if they could use the relief and see if they could do it.
So the pattern is like the very first rough draft of a
pattern is often made in
experimental.
Yes, it's made experimentally, sometimes out of different metals, sometimes out of the same metal, but it's there to see how the design strikes. And what it does to die wear.
Now, let me see.
These were chewing up dies.
Yeah.
The relief in them is just too deep, and it just ate up dies.
So after they made the pattern, they made this and realized it was no bueno because it wouldn't stack.
Correct.
That's why. Only 11,000?
No, yeah, 11,250 of these were made.
All right, so I got to ask, my next question. What's the value on something like this? First of all, give me the value of a regular production.
A regular Saint right now in just a average AU-ish condition is going to run somewhere in the $2,700, $2,800 range.
Okay.
They're not quite an ounce of gold, so they're 0.96 ounces. The premium on them has pretty much disappeared because of the high price of gold.
Right.
As gold retreats, these will retreat slower.
Okay.
So they will have a bigger premium the lower gold goes in price.
Got it.
Now, for value, I figure the coin is worth about $8,000.
Wow. Okay, good thing I didn't drop it when I fumbled it a little earlier.
Well, I will tell you wouldn't be the first.
Oh, yeah.
Because that coin has a small rim ding on it.
Oh, okay.
It's down about 7 o'clock.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So it happens.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad enough to where they're going to details it. I think they might. We're going to send this off and have it graded.
Okay.
And we're going to see if they detail it or if they're going to straight grade it. And there's about a 50-50 shot on it.
There are people watching that are going to freak out. Gee, you don't have gloves on. You're handling that beautiful coin. It's about to be graded. You don't even have gloves on. Why am I handling this without gloves?
Well, first off, because you're handling it correctly.
Yeah.
And if you handle them by the edge, it's really not a big deal.
Okay.
The second thing to remember is that silver is what you primarily want to not handle because the oils from your hands will tarnish the coin.
Right.
Gold doesn't tarnish. The copper in the coin will, so they will discolor, they will tone over time. But for the most part, you really don't have to worry about gold coins in that regard. And so as long as you handle them correctly, there's no problem with it.
Well, good to know. I'll still get somebody in the comments.
Yes, you will.
It's okay.
And you let them freak out, it's okay.
Educated people know this, handle it properly. You're all good.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's what the experts do.
How did you acquire this one? Did you just walk in the door?
It came across the counter. So if you watch my Coin Show podcast, you will see this as the very next coolest thing that walked into the shop.
Yeah. And I will put your information down in the video description about the Coin Show podcast. Talk about an opportunity to geek out. And, if you're a coin collector, Mike takes it to the next level along with Matt Dinger. And it's detail-oriented and really an excellent listen. You guys interviewed the Mint director just recently. So this is not
interviewed the Mint director.
podunk little podcast. This is
I'd like to think not.
No.
We recently did Jeff Garrett.
Yeah.
We interviewed the head of CAC, David Albanese.
Yeah.
John Albanese. We did the head of CAC and as well as the head of PCGS and the head of Heritage, Greg Rohan.
Yeah, well, I enjoy taking my channel that the everyman watches, and if you want to take it to the next level, you could, meet
you
Mike,
can definitely check out the Coin Show podcast.
Yeah, then take it a step further, and take that knowledge level way up when you watch those guys.
Well, I don't know about that, but.
What else is going on, Mike? How's everything else in the shop here?
Everything is busy. As you can see, we've had people stopping in and coming in and doing business, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, gold, silver, what are people buying?
They are buying and selling everything.
Gotcha.
At this point. So, it's like people ask me, how do you kind of know where the top of the market is? It's when people stop buying it and just start selling it exclusively.
Okay.
And I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, so it's coming both ways.
It's coming both ways. Still going both directions.
Got it. Well, hey, man, I appreciate the time, my friend.
Anytime, my friend.
All right, Happy New Year to you,
You too. It's going to be a coin showdown.
Uh-oh, coin showdown.
Coin showdown. This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
No, it is not.
And it definitely ain't big enough for these two coins.
We have two coins that are probably one of the rarest modern-ish issues of any coin the U.S. has ever even think about issuing.
And definitely the highest demanded issue in the 20th century.
Oh. Yes, absolutely. These are the largest gold coins the U.S. has ever produced by weight.
And by denomination.
Tied with the Gold Eagle at $50.
Yes.
Mine has a mintage of 483.
Holy smokes.
Mine has a vintage of 645.
But these are the very well sought after Pan Pack $50 gold slugs.
Pan Pack $50 gold slugs.
The Panama Pacific Exposition, 1915 in San Francisco.
So your brief history lesson is in 1915, when they were celebrating the opening of the Panama Canal, they had the Panama Pacific Exposition. And, of course, the Mint created commemorative coins for it. They created a $50, they created a gold dollar, a gold $2.50, and then they had legislation for the 50s. The 50s were actually struck on site at the Panama Pacific Exposition, and they had to be ordered on site, which is why there's only 483 of one and 645 of the other, because they were custom ordered at the time. And they sold for double their face value, so $100.
And then in 1915, $100 is a pretty good sum of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's about a month's pay for most people.
My arms are getting tired from holding these heavy coins here. My God.
Yes, they are very heavy. They are very cool. They are very rare. You almost never, ever see them. And to have a pair of them is really exciting.
And these are actually coins. They're not
just...
Those are actually coins. They're denominated.
Okay.
They have a $50 denomination on the back. The designs are common between the two, with the octagonal being the design has been shrunk a little bit to fit within the coin. The round has the large size version of the design.
So these were made by the orders that came in. So people preferred the octagon shape over the round.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Apparently, slightly they did.
Yeah.
So-
more ordered.
And really, the reason for that is because the octagon is copying the very famous Kellogg $50 gold
Oh yeah,
slugs.
you're right. It's
Yeah.
So the
It's an homage.
Gold Rush slugs.
Yes.
Were very Moffat and Humbert.
Yeah,
made
and
them,
also Kellogg.
And Kellogg made them in an octagonal slug.
Yeah. So it was very much kind of an homage to that, but. I think the round ones are absolutely gorgeous because you get the full picture, the full image, which is Minerva, which is the whole Eureka, state California motto, the whole thing.
Yep.
I don't know, like this octagon shape one is kind of cool.
I know.
different,
Yes.
It's interesting.
It's striking. It's not something you see.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it really cool.
Speaking of the Panama Canal, it's been in the news lately.
It
Have you
has
guys
been.
seen that?
It has been.
Donald Trump going to buy that, or
I don't think that's how that works,
I don't
but
think, and I don't think that's what he was offering.
yeah. But anyway, maybe they'll make a new commemorative or a new coin.
new Pan Pac slugs. I like it.
Yeah,
The Donald Trump Canal.
It's going to be the hugest slug.
It's so big. We have the biggest canal.